Awesome. It's a great experience. It's nice to be able to just check in and see how he's doing from work. I can get it right on my phone, or I can get it on my tablet and just take a look and see how he's doing. It's, you know, since we don't have him home, it feels good to be able to just check in and see him for a little while.
An incredible tool that I think every hospital should be able to access to.
This is a game changer. This is a game changer because we're now, at a level of sophistication in our communication that the rest of society is. This is something I think every place that takes care of children is going to want to have.
It will have everlasting meaning to those parents. Dr. Hyatt then, in great detail, took me all through the unit. And by the time we were finished, my heart was just breaking for the parents, for the children that were there with all those tubes and everything in them. And I knew that when I left that day, because we did not talk about anything further than just seeing the unit, but I knew when I left that day that something had to happen.
She came in and visited this unit and was crying at one of our board meetings and talking about the impact that she thought it would have, which made us think, wow, this is that dramatic. We will go ahead and get involved.
It came about with the vision of Dr. Hyatt and Bill Rears, who had a vision for a project that would be cutting edge, that would bring tremendous comfort and solace to our families with children in our perinatal center.
Provident Bank is very much involved in the community. And this really touched on those people in the community who are our customers, who are the people that we serve. And it just was, it was the right thing to do, Edna. It was just the right thing to do. As I toured the unit myself, I got all choked up. It was just really special to me.
I got involved in this project really when my firstborn was born at St. Peter's University Hospital. She had to go to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit for several days. When we had to leave the hospital, our hearts were torn that we had to leave our baby at the hospital while we had to go about our everyday life and go home while she was still here. So ever since then, I wanted to find a technology that could bridge that gap, that could allow us to see our baby while she was in the hospital, yet we weren't. So over the time, I evaluated different technologies, and only recently did I come across the NicView technology. What was so special about this technology is it worked on any device. It could work on your iPhone, your BlackBerry device, iPad, your PC at home, and the parents could use it from anywhere where they were to see their baby.
My son was 6 weeks premature, and it's tough. You're new, you don't have any idea, and it was tough because I couldn't see him, but at night for an hour or so. This is great that the parents can actually watch them develop, be taken care of, and yet still take care of the responsibilities. Seeing this in action and seeing the parent, the father, that was moving to see him so happy about that. So if we only had one camera, that's great. The fact that we'll have a lot more, that's even better.
So as I travel around to New Jersey and I come into a unit like this and I see these babies in stress and I see the dedicated staff and I see the parents who have gone through so much, I'm just so proud that we're able to facilitate this and fund something that gives the babies, the parents, such great access to their little ones.
We have just acquired 54 cameras, which we can put at each of our bedsides for our patients. And with that camera, we have the ability to transmit a picture of the baby to the parents, to their tablet, to their smartphone, to their home computer in real time.
It is an important aspect of our care to involve families, and many of them need to go back to work once the mom is discharged from the hospital, and the baby still needs to be here. So our job is to try and keep the family as bonded, as you would say, or as informed. And what's nice with the camera is at any point they can, from their phone or computer, they can, they're given a certain code, they can see the baby and see what's going on.
One of the nice things about the NICU cameras is that being a new mom, you don't want to be away from your baby at all. You want to be with him all the time. And unfortunately, he was in the NICU for a little bit of time and I was on bed rest. So it was a little hard for me to get down all the time to see him. But with the cameras, I felt like I was already there.
Like anything, we beta tested it, which means we gave it to one family. And we have the ability to monitor how many times the family accesses the view. And one family looked at their baby 650 times over a 4-day period, and they just were thrilled. I remember one day the mother was sitting at the bedside and she had the smartphone, and there was her baby. So, you know, they would even look at it in the elevator or coming up. The families are over the moon about it. They think it's wonderful. They just wonder, how come, you know, we didn't have this before?
It was such a peace of mind to be able to connect our whole family to it. We have, you know, relatives as far as India, and for them to log in there and see their first, you know, the youngest member of our family was such an incredible thing to see.
I think the camera has been great for Peyton and his parents. They've both gone back to work since he's been here for so long, and it's given them an opportunity to check in during the day, look at him, and see how his day is going, so that they don't have to worry so much. And then they told me they even like to watch on the smartphone while they're on their way here to see what he's up to.
As NICU nurses, we want to make sure that our parents have the best stay and opportunity to be a part of their baby's care, and it helps complete our job that we give them that comfort. So the nurses have really enjoyed helping those mothers and fathers feel connected to their baby even when they can't be here. So as a NICU nurse, it definitely helps us do our job completely.
We're the only one in the state of this, the regional center, who has this. And I think it makes, you know, the care even more you know, excellent and you know, comprehensive here at St. Peter's.
And I know when I had to go back to work, I was able to log on to the cameras while I was at work, and that was incredible. It was a crystal clear, perfect picture. It was constantly updated. The nurses did a very fine job in angling it just right. And you know, if I could get as many people to St. Peter's because of that, I would most definitely recommend coming here. It was an incredible tool that I think every hospital should be able to access to.
A lot of the moms feel that, you know, because they can't be here at night, so if they're getting up to pump or do anything like that, or you're having a hard time sleeping because they feel like they've left their baby with us, they feel more comfort being able to see the baby. And, you know, if they have any questions, they're able to visualize and call and speak to the nurse at that moment. And that just makes them feel like they're a part of being here, even though they're so far away.
I think we also have to mention a great hero in this process is the Provident Foundation from Provident Bank, because this is an expensive issue. This is an expensive piece of equipment, and Provident, their foundation gave us a very generous grant which allowed us to pay for all of this, and they deserve a lot of praise, and we could not have done it without them.
Let me emphasize that Provident Bank Foundation's donation enabled us to totally purchase everything and to install the system. But as you know, that this is a system, so there's maintenance that goes along with the expenditures. There's other expenses for updating, and we will be continuing to raise additional funds so that this can be a perpetual service in St. Peter's University Hospital.
The work that they do here at St. Peter's is great. And I think that's what's important is there's a lot of hospitals and there's a lot of bigger, hospitals doing things, but this one is so connected to the city and helping those in need. That's what really is important, and that's what our foundation in Provident likes to do. And our relationship would be bigger, better things. It's not about business or otherwise. It's about just helping.
St. Peter's is definitely one of the places to be, especially for new moms with the NICU view.
St. Peter's is really a terrific place.